Hi, I'm Henry, aka Henners. I'm a singer-songwriter, producer, classical musician, and massive Eurovision fan. If you're new here, I've been reacting to and analysing all the Eurovision 2026 entries as they're announced and released. I'm doing this from both a televote perspective, me as a Eurovision fan, and jury perspective, me as a musician, so hopefully that's giving you a bit of a unique insight. Today we are looking at
Romania,
who are one of the 3 returnees to the contest this year, so it's lovely to have them back. Shame it's in unfortunate circumstances in the state the contest is currently in, but either way, nice to see Romania back in the contest. Not too sure if this was funded partially by the EBU, their participation. Is it TVR, TRVT, something like that? The broadcaster, I'm sure, said some kind of thank you to the EBU for funding them or something. Maybe it was the Bulgarian broadcaster, I can't quite remember. They went for a national final this year with a bit of an interesting format. There were so many semi-finalists, and that was 100% jury, the semi-finals. So maybe slightly strange that they broadcast that. Although maybe it's good that it gave the artists some visibility and a platform, so I guess that was good. And then they had a wild card round for the last 2 acts that I know Worse got through to. Worse, I think that's how you pronounce it, who represented Romania in 2022. And then the national final I dipped into, I saw some snippets, seemed like really good variety. I think that's really something Romania do well, is kind of variety, and then I think their musical scene is absolutely fascinating. In the end it was Alexandra Căpitănescu.
To be honest, I don't know what happened, but we need a redo.
In the end, it was Alexandra Căpitănescu who won with her song Choke Me, which is obviously a very intriguing title. Don't know if we're going down the route that kind of implies, or it's more metaphorical and emotional maybe, but good job already from them that song title is already making me so intrigued. So they've already ticked that box. Hopefully there's a bit better broadcaster-artist relationship this year. I know they didn't leave things on the best note, Romania in the contest in 2023, but praying for them that we start a new qualification streak and go into sort of a golden age for Romania. That would be good. So without further ado, I will hop into this reaction now. As always, because of copyright and stuff and artist rights, I will have to make some cuts and edits, but the extended reaction where you can see my full reaction to the national final performance will be over on my Patreon if you're interested. Obviously, I am aware that TVR don't have the biggest budget and that this isn't like a national final on the same production level as like UMK, for example, but that is absolutely fine. I'm sure they will amplify it for the stage in Vienna, so I will take it with a pinch of salt and be open-minded about that. But this already looks cool, looks kind of like a music video. Love her pointy shoulders. Oh, they're in cages, I love that. Some reverb on the mic. Some like migraine visuals. Oh, I love her nails. Okay, before we go into the big section, E flat minor, quite a gentle vocal delivery, but I suspect we're gonna go bigger and bolder later. Definitely have a rockier, more gritty edge here. And we have this reverb echo on the mic, and then we have this, we've got these kind of synthy electronic sounds, and then we've got the more standard rhythm guitar coming in. Wow, powerful belt on her. Powerful chorus, good melody. I was not expecting that. Okay, I'm so sorry for pausing, but I need to... What? What is going on? Wait, this is brilliant. I have to say, these visuals at the background are annoying me. As someone that gets migraines, that looks like my migraine aura, but I'm just gonna look past that. Choke me, E flat minor. We go to... Choke me. That's quite a nice, kind of almost melancholy chord progression. Lyrically, I'm not picking up on much yet, but she's a diva. I love that. So we go up to that E flat 5, which is already extremely high. Then we go even higher. Love me, leave me. Wow. Okay, So obviously we then go into this more operatic head voice. Don't know if she's had much classical training. Such a small snippet to be able to tell how conventionally classical that is, whether she's just using to sort of head voice with vibrato or whether it is an actual classical training. The vowel shapes sound standard operatic. Okay, obviously a very strong chorus, love her energy. I love these kind of wires on stage as well, quite futuristic. I love her. It's a really strong song, for me anyway, I'm loving this. Yes, Eva. Ooh, got kind of break beat coming in. Very dimensional song, so many different elements. Oh, this kind of face-off with the guitarist, that's cool. Growl, kind of gritty, screamy vocals there. Oh yeah, we're going a lot more screamy in this chorus. The first chorus was a lot more clean delivery. Choke, choke me, choke me. Now she's really like, choke me. She's an amazing performer. Onto that B flat, I'm not quite getting up there this early in the morning. B flat, yeah. Okay, I don't think she was quite prepared enough vocally when we went into that note. She's obviously a very talented vocalist. It's just one minus it. So C sharp, up to that is like whistle register territory. Nearly as high as Laleika went. Laleika went up to that E. Not that it's a competition at all, but just interesting comparison. So slightly flat coming onto that C sharp. Maybe just not quite enough engagement, but she's obviously a very experienced, talented singer. I think it was just a tiny blip. Oh, these look really cool, these laser lights. That was nice to go into sort of breakdown, softer section. Love this camera work. I was really not expecting it to be like, I don't know what I was expecting, but yes! I'm so happy for Romania that this is their act. That was amazing! I loved that so much. Okay, I'm going to have a look at the lyrics now, because obviously I wasn't really like paying much attention to that because there was so much going on musically. Oh! Okay, so a very dimensional song, very engaging performer. The kind of lesser production quality, like, didn't really affect that performance at all. And I'm excited to see it even kind of bigger and more polished in an edgy way in Vienna. Okay, right, lyric time. Choke me, obviously. Phantom, you feel like a phantom. Why do you want to tame me? It's hard to breathe in. Do you feel me? Yeah, so I don't know if she wants to be beaten into submission or not. Do what I say and don't you ever betray me. Okay, so she's the dominant one now. You are here to obey me, are you not? Oh, I love that for her. She really had that command of the stage and the command of all these kind of figures around her. Like when she had that face-off with the guitarist, that theme kind of came through. I want you to choke me, choke me, choke me.
What? Oh. Okay.
Born for you to control. Well, that's just kind of flipping that on its head now. She was trying to get them to obey her. Now that she wants, right, hang on. She's in control, but she's controlling them to control her, kind of thing. Quite complex situation here, I think. Save me, inside I'm blazing. I want you to calm me, calm me, calm. My body is begging. Oh no. Let's hope that they listen to her instructions and respect her, and then it's just all this choke me stuff. So interesting. I think it's kind of some kind of play on this battle between like dominance and submission, and it might not be as literal as in the bedroom. It might be emotionally in a relationship as well. The choke me might be very much metaphorical. How in like an abusive relationship you feel kind of choked and beaten into submission emotionally. Interesting lyrics. I really think this is probably a good entry for jury and televote semi-final, because although juries often sort of rob rockier entries, I think this has got obviously the more classical vocal moments and a really interesting composition and a very strong vocalist, so hopefully that breaks that barrier. And we have younger jurors as well, so maybe they will appreciate it, juries will appreciate it more in general. Plus, so much televote appeal. I think it's good that they're targeting that rockier niche whilst also being engaging to an audience outside of an audience that may just only appreciate the rocky niche. I think with the other unique elements and such a novelty commanding performance means that like a casual viewer who's just tuning in for something kind of just fun and engaging, then that does that, and it doesn't alienate non-metal heads, if you kind of get what I mean. Not that that was full-on metal at all, but I mean, looking at their qualification streak from this year, obviously not too much to go off of because they haven't been in the past couple of years, but 2023 was obviously its own disaster, and I think we're beyond that point, and I think they've established what went wrong there and what needed to be changed. Worse, obviously, fun, upbeat, kind of qualified mainly with the televote, I think. And then Roxanne, really did love that song and love the choreography and saw the vision. I just don't think there was enough for a casual audience to sort of hold on to and remember there, but great performance, and I think juries kind of appreciated it. And then obviously we don't really know have enough information to see how they've been doing consistently in the final. But how do I think this could do in terms of qualification? I feel like every entry I've seen pretty much, not every entry, but a lot of the entries I really can see them qualifying. So I don't know if it's just going to be more competitive this year. There are only 5 countries in each semi-final not qualifying, so I guess that does mean this has more of a chance. But I think either way, I can see this getting a good amount of jury points. It stands out enough. There's nothing like it in this semi. Luckily, Serbia are in the other semi-final, but even then they're quite different approaches to this genre. But it does mean that it stands out even more in this semi-final. I think the juries will give this some love, obviously not top end, but 60 odd points from the jury, and then televote could give this 60, 70 plus, so I think this will qualify, and I'll be sad if it doesn't because I really enjoyed it. And then in the final, usually a bit harder for niche entries, I would say, like this. Juries, I feel like in the semi-final tend to crowd around a few entries, and then other ones tend to flop more and take a back seat, which I worry may happen with this one, not because it's bad at all. You know my opinions, hopefully you've seen how much I loved it. Yeah, so I think this may not do brilliantly with juries in the final, and then televote get like a good niche televote support, maybe a bit like Lithuania did last year, and then come kind of mid-table, maybe like 50th, around there possibly. I'll do another on my post section of my channel. I do lots of like full predictions where I like give each country a certain amount of points if they qualify, and then look at points for the final. I'll do a big one of those once we've got a few more entries out, because I don't want to do a whole one and then another entry comes out tomorrow because I know how many are coming out at once, and I'll do big prediction videos after all the entries are out. Okay, so jury time. If I were to look at the actual points that the juries are given, I don't know how well they follow it, but if I were to do it properly, I would give this song an 8 out of 10 for its composition. I think lyrically, interesting themes and lots to dissect. Obviously it doesn't go too far, there's a lot of repetitive stuff, but I think that's fun. And then the song develops really well, really cool melodies, vocal layering, love the guitar and electronic sounds, and then a slight switch up of beat, wasn't there, because we had the more standard maximalist rock drums in the chorus, but then there was a bit of a break beat that came in at one point, so a lot of variety there. Vocal capacity of artists, a 9. On the whole, that was a brilliant performance, excellent display of vocal range. She started off in that softer, calmer, kind of more slightly breathy tone, and then we had this belt in the chorus, and then obviously the more operatic stuff going up into a more conventional whistle register. So an incredible artist who I think with more practice will get this absolutely perfect. Performance on stage, an 8. Despite having less resources with staging, I thought it was really engaging, and I could see a story really could see the vibe on it. Just the LEDs annoyed me personally. That is just very much a personal me problem. And for overall impression, a 9 out of 10. I'm really excited to listen to the studio version of this song, which is really great, and I want to watch the performance again. A total of 34 out of 40, which is great for Romania. Really exciting, and I might go and check out some other performances from this national final. I'll definitely be doing a lot of that after I've done all the entries. Reactions. I'm not going anywhere after all the entries I've done because I'll be doing predictions and things, and will probably react to more national final performances and stuff like that. So those were my first thoughts on the performance from Romania's national final for their Eurovision 2026 entry. If you know any more about the context of the song or the artist or Romania's situation for Eurovision this year, please let me know in the comments. I love to read it and get a bit more insight. I think it's really educational and nice to know a bit more. What did you think of this entry? How do you think it will do? Please let me know. If you want to see my other reactions, they are all on my channel, and please consider subscribing so you can see the videos more easily when they come out and they're released. And it really helps support me and keep the channel going. You can follow me on my socials, Henry Laux and Henry Laux Music, and you can stream my music too and pre-save my song Chamomile that's coming out on the 12th of March. And if you really want to support me further, you can make a one-off donation on Buy Me a Coffee. But I'm very grateful to you for just clicking on this video. Thank you so much for your support and for watching, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Goodbye.
Romania.